right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Monogatari, Often Monster, episode 6.5.
Yes.
Right.
You heard it right.
There's a half episode.
Yeah, a 0.5 episode. Mm-hmm. This is anime, though, so it's probably going to be very simple, wholesome, and very, canonically side-adjacent story to something that just happened.
Yes. We have been informed that it is shorter than usual episodes and relevant. It's important. It's not...
Right.
Yeah.
In Monogatari, I don't think there is such a thing as irrelevant storytelling.
Yeah, Monogatari doesn't do, recap episodes or anything like that. Any of the things that you would normally expect if something says,
honey,
this episode 0.5.
4 episods of Monogatari just dropped. We hold on. Real shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Written good.
24 episodes of another... He's like,
I see.
3 episodes of a side Monogatari arc? We're eating good.
One Piece fans when Oda takes a week break. Berserk fans when they get a 3rd chapter in a year.
Yeah. But I have predictions. I think it's probably going to deal with either Yotsugi or Shinobu as far as
I think that makes sense.
Storytelling stuff goes.
Both of them need their dessert.
True.
Just to be quenched. Their desire for dessert to be quenched, We've got donuts, and Shinobu invested some of her donuts into R&D. It didn't go great.
I think a single donut was invested into R&D.
I don't know. That looked like one of those boxes, a boxin of donuts.
A boxin, yeah.
I
think that boxin, only one was, taxed out of the boxin. The others were like, no. This is just you choosing which donut you'd like to clone here,
After Nadeko got the first donut and then goes for another one after they try and recreate it and it doesn't work, and it's like, no! Donuts are for closers.
Yeah, exactly. You failed.
Scurries away.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
But if not, it would be fun to see maybe a lead-in for what the next arc is going to be.
Or Senjigahara and Araragi being adorable together as
just on a date.
As Senjigahara's
navigating the world of adulthood.
Yeah, and you'll never guess what happened the other day. So, I called your family's house.
Oh my god, what did Tsukihi do this time?
Yeah, no, well, she actually, it wasn't Tsukihi.
It wasn't Tsukihi.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Okay.
Oh, it's Shinobu related.
Shit. Wait. 600 years ago. Is this going to be how Shinobu became a vampire? Oh, shit.
どんな家庭にも彼女の肖像画が飾られているほどでした。
Wow.
老若男女、
This is cool.
美し姫と呼ばれ愛されていました。
Okay.
毎日毎日お城の前に
Mounds. Plural.
ひい様の美しさを曲にしました。どうぞお納めくだ。
No one says I turned your beauty into a donut.
美しい美しいと褒めそやしてくれるけれど、それ以上何も言ってくれない。それが美し姫の悩み。いいことをしても悪いことをしても、評価はいつも同じでした。
That's terrifying.
たまたま生まれついた美しさなんて邪魔にしかならないわ。
Nice.
己の美しさに甘えない。
Okay.
この国に古くから暮らしていた魔女のおばあさんでした。
Into kind of what was going on with Nadeko earlier about the curse that had been broken over.
周りのみんなに見えるようにしてあげようね。これからはお前の内面が問われることになる。
Whoa.
本当に透き通りました。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
She became an apparition.
Sure.
剣の美しさが取り払われ、さらされたお姫様の心の美しさは、それまでの日ではありませんでした。
I love it. Only the outline art now within this visual style is really fun.
朝、挨拶をした次の瞬間、バルコニーから飛び降りて、自らを、
Oh!
Okay.
すなわち、楽器を弾くための両手首を切り落として、お姫様にさ
Enchanting indeed.
美し姫の賢さを詩ではとても表現できないと思った詩人は
So he cut out his tongue.
すなわち詩を読み上げるための舌を引きちぎってお姫様に捧げました。
Wow, this is a chilling, like, fairy tale.
孫の命を捧げるのでした。お城の前に築かれたプレゼントの山ならぬ
Oh.
魔法を解いてもらおうと魔女のおばあさんを訪ねました。
But it's too late. Everybody's dead. Yeah.
一番最初にお姫様の内おばあさんの生首を前にお姫様は泣き崩れました。
What a nightmare.
王都や隣国にまで轟きましたが、しかし駆けつける軍隊も直近に美し姫の意向を
They too.
望んでその死体のお城の一部になるのでした。
This feels similar to what Araragi experienced the one time.
私も死んでしまいたい。だけど
But she could not die. Yeah, I had a feeling.
ほんの一瞬だけおばあさんは生き返りました。
To deliver the plot, yes.
そう言っておばあさんは再びこれ以上誰も死なせないために誰とも堂々できない彼女が吸血鬼になるのはこれよりもう少し後のことなのですが、お姫様のキスショットアセロラオリオンハートアンダーブレードの赤き血にまみれた吸血鬼伝説は
Whoa.
Okay.
But don't worry, this is all a lie. It's entirely symbolic. No way to know for sure.
Yeah, I think Shinobu will be the main character of the next arc.
I think so.
I think there's an above 0% chance of that happening.
There's a less than 0 chance that she won't be.
You know, you can always leave it to the Shinobu arcs to have a certain tone to them, shall we say.
That's true. Ain't that the case?
Like,
Blood.
damn.
Just darkness.
Death.
Just
Depression. Despair.
Loss.
It's all bad. You
It's
know?
never going to get better.
No wonder she likes donuts so much. It's like, oh, fantastic. After
A little nugget of heaven right here.
Right. After all the shit that I've seen and been through, 600 years of anguish and torment.
Yeah.
Yes, the chocolate, or the golden ones with the chocolate on top. Yes.
It also adds just some fun context as to one of the things that I've always been curious about is what's her obsession with like switching forms and things like that. Obviously, vampires can do that, but it's usually you know, withheld for like bat transformations and stuff like that. But the idea that she has her older form and her younger form.
Right.
This is literally like the older form thing, right? Like solved and questioned and answered right there. Of,
Right.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the
no
one
wonder she doesn't
where
want
I
her
was
older form.
beautiful and terrible and people murder
Treacherous
themselves.
is the sea, stronger than the foundations of the earth, and
Right.
all shall love me in despair. Yeah. Yeah.
What a living nightmare.
Oh my God.
Like, I thought they were going to go with it that there would be some aspect of this being attributed to vampire related stuff with the thing of like the images put everywhere. She starts to become less opaque and then
Right. The whole vampires and reflections and like
none of that at all.
Yeah.
Nope. This is just
This is just regular.
This is a curse of someone that wanted to be seen for who they really were. And the idea that, well, no, there's a fundamental reason as to why we as human beings don't see people and others as they really are. Because there would be something not so nightmarishly horrible that you would all just start murdering each other, but you'd see how beautiful and how powerful and how transfixing the soul really is.
Oh, sure. And it might, well, you might not be the one that shows up in a mirror as having no reflection, right? Like, you know, using, you know, like if someone were to really truly see the heart of another person and how wonderful it can be, right? And especially if it's in that kind of like kind of almost like the paintings or the, you know, like the still image, right? Where it's not the entirety of their life and the struggles and the, you know, all that, but it was
the ever shifting, you know,
exactly, nature
story
of humanity and being a person and all that stuff. But you know, distilled down to just
an Instagram photo.
And sure.
Yeah, just perfect and encapsulated right there. And it's like,
It's like,
oh
yeah, I
we're
guess I'll
already
kill myself.
comparing
You know?
ourselves.
Right?
We're
Yeah.
already comparing ourselves off of our impressions of other
Right. Like, yeah, that
people.
completely makes sense.
What if you saw the raw, real thing?
Yeah.
That is a fun little thing there. So, well done to bring us into that nightmarish what if scenario.
Exactly.
But also, this story did happen, but also it's better off left as a lie. And
Because,
also, it was just so long ago.
Yeah. Also, I gotta say, I appreciate it when, like, the idea of, like, the fairy tale is brought up or whatever, and it's like, yeah, a lot of fairy tales were, like, really fucked up,
Yeah, so we get a proper fairy tale.
So we get a proper fairy tale. And it's like, oh,
This
okay.
ain't no Disney shit.
Yeah, and I thought that this was going to be actually, like, at the very least, have, like, the story of how she became a vampire or something. Nah.
Now we got
We might be
cucked
getting
in
a
that
full
regard.
arc for that or something. Who knows?
Okay, so
but that would
I'm
make
gonna,
total sense as...
I'm going to go on a limb and say that that's not at all what we're getting.
Okay.
But it is going to be Shinobu related.
Definitely going to be Shinobu related. If they wanted to do that, I think they could, given that, Monogatari often monster, the side stories with the monsters. Shinobu, how she became a vampire, that would totally make sense to me as
then
like
you
a story
wouldn't
you
show
could put in there.
this.
But yeah.
I don't think you would show this. I think you would just show how she became a vampire.
Right. This feels more relevant for either if we're then going to go immediately into a full arc of how she became a vampire, or as a touchstone for who she is in the present, right? And why this is so special, why this is so important.
Right, because she ended up saving a life.
Even if it took 600 years to get to the point where she was able to do that. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really special.
I
now want to rewatch the Kizu movies.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Kizu movies and the Kizu book, like they are. I mean, I feel like there's that part of me that's like, it's easy to say that because it was some of the first Monogatari material that we consumed.
Yeah.
And, the movie's gorgeously animated and all that stuff, right? So there's that extra added factor. But if I had to probably choose a favorite bit of material to come from Monogatari, I feel like it's the Kizu
Trilogy.
movies. Yeah, like the trilogy, and all that. It's so wonderful and delightful, and to get additional added context and appreciation and lore and all that stuff. Yeah,
Sure.
Awesome. Keep elevating it more and more.
Yeah, Shinobu's this weird enigma of a character within the Monogatari verse. And so having there be some more pain
Right.
just to tack on to the journey that she's been on. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if there was any character that Monogatari often monster was making me think we were going to focus on,
It's Shinobu.
I was thinking, oh, this is an entirely Shinobu
Right,
focused
yeah.
thing. But no, we got other characters as well.
Which, great.
Fine. That sounds wonderful too. But then I was like, wait, so are we going to eventually get
We're going to eventually get Shinobu, right? Yeah.
And then she
Here we
came
are.
in and popped up for an episode. It's like, here we go.
I am here with my donuts. Yeah.
Yes.
But also, just as a thing, if you're a fan of Monogatari, the show, and all of that stuff, but you also maybe, I don't know, like reading, the Kizu light novel is fantastic, and it's the one book for the whole, arc and all that stuff, and it works great, even as a standalone book. Highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
okay.
All right. This was an interesting little experiment for
Yep.
Monogatari to do. I loved the presentation of
Oh,
the
yeah, that was
shadows
very fun.
and the outlines to kind of draw attention to specific parts of the beauty of the princess, but then also the world that she was in, and then having it all flipped around the halfway point to then show the nightmare of it because of how hollow it all is.
Yep, and the fact that they kept with the little like models or whatever. I don't know what the proper name would be for that, but there was this point when it started to go into the dark side of things where like I was thinking that normally I would think that this is like the beginning of something, and then you go into like, oh, okay, and now we're going to go into like regular looking real story or whatever, right? And as it goes on and on and on, and it gets more and more dark and horrifying, it's like, oh my God, I'm terrified of like, I don't want to keep seeing these. Since give me real people, please, right?
Right. It becomes an unsettling thing. No,
Yeah.
once the texts came up, and we started being given the exposition about this, about how we're supposed to treat this as fiction, I was like, oh, we are getting something very unique. And no, we are not
It's
tying
real bad.
it into the real real world presentation of Monogatari's animation in general. So this was This is a lovely treat. Very delightful. I liked a little bit that there was a light hint of this in the previous episode of Shinobu making the point to Nadeko of her being like, when you said like, or when it said like, oh, I just have cuteness going for me and that's it. Like,
oh, right.
and then Shinobu's like,
God.
What? Who said that? There's some people out there, you know.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, so I gotta say, all right, the more I see of Nisio Isen's work, the more fascinated I am by their brain, like, and just how their mind connects things, because that's such a wonderful way to effectively like remind us of things that have happened, but also like, you know, make that touchstone for the foreshadowing and everything, and be like, hey, we're gonna bring this up because it's relevant for the characters in that arc, in that scene. There, it works just fine as is.
Right.
And also, yeah,
I saw them say that in this episode and was just like, wait, we just got that in the previous episode.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, let's have a really fun Shinobu arc.
Yes.
I'm real excited. Mm-hmm. If it ends up being Shinobu's origins as a vampire, cool.
Maybe
I don't personally need that. I thought in
okay.
a lot of ways this worked better by not being forced to explain a lot of the vampire origin stuff.
Sure.
There's too many, personally.
Vampire origin stories?
No, just like vampire lore mythos things out there.
Sure.
So it's like, we've already got enough
right.
of just the presence that Shinobu brings when she's in
Yes.
that form. So I don't need any more explanation. I just want to have Shinobu dialoguing with others and stuff.
To bring back the Kizu light novel and everything, there's a, like, in the foreword, I think, or something like that, or in the, like, back cover synopsis, it's like, there's a reference to how the vampire stories are done to death. And it came out like right around the time / like slightly before Twilight. So like, so like, you know, I don't think that decreased since then, you know, shall we say, right? So like, yeah.
No,
totally
it definitely did not. No.
Hey, if the next arc ends up being something where Shinobu's actually like, no, Araragi's really busy with like college and shit, I gotta make some of my own friends, and then she hangs out with all the other characters that we've been getting this arc, that would also be totally fun. And I'd be down for that.
Sure. I mean, I've always held the opinion that like Hachikuji and Shinobu interacting would just be like the best ever.
Well, we still need to see the cage match, right? Because Hachikuji threw some words, you know, back in the day, and so we need to see what would actually happen if those two really went head to head.
That's true.
Yeah.
She's also had Gain mentioned a couple times. So that
Gain and Shinobu,
that could be
some fun interactions.
Could be some stuff there.
Yeah. Maybe that was the whole thing of I need your help with a situation that's gonna involve keeping a cool level head and everything, because it actually involves crazy powerful vampire and all that stuff.
Big, enormous brain thing here. What if this is actually the setup for bringing Araragi back into the story? And it's that Araragi is dealing with some stuff, and we need to bring all the powerful people in the
Council of Gods.
The council of all the women in the story that have like crazy power potential.
Our
in the
gods have been gods or are on god
and they're
tier.
like, hey, Araragi's like starting to falter, starting to slip a little bit, and we need to save his love life. Like I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like what we could do to bring Araragi into this. And if Shinobu's being brought in, Araragi is not far behind.
Araragi and Senjukahara are now living together.
Right.
And Araragi previously was living with his sisters. And you know how they are. So
He's having trouble adjusting.
He's having trouble adjusting, and we need to help him out. I don't know.
But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below. For our Patreon, you get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel, see if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.